Welcome to Wildly Rooted Yoga and Fitness. My name is Shawn, and today I have a very yummy, quick flow for us that is pressing that reset button and helping us to feel a little bit more in alignment with ourselves. Take a deep breath in and a long breath out. Let's begin. We're going to begin coming into alignment with ourselves in our cross leg position. We call this Sukhasana, one leg crossed in front of the other. And I want to encourage you right away that if the ankle that's crossed in front is your usual ankle that you put in front, go ahead and switch it down. Let's change some things up. Inhale deeply as you start to rest into your seat. Start to lower your gaze. A moment to turn inward. As you exhale, relax your shoulders back and down, away from your ears, still keeping the integrity of this tall seat. Feeling the breath flow in and allowing the breath to evenly flow out. Bat your eyelashes open, fingertips stretch far and wide beside us. Inhale as they draw up towards the ceiling and look up, palms kiss, and then exhale, slide them down to center, hands at the heart. See if you can keep that circle going. Draw the base of your palms down towards your thighs and then stretch the arms out, around, and all the way up. Really, really stretch here. Feel it on the side body. Palms kiss and then gently float them down through prayer. And then one more time. Inhaling as you draw this big circle out, around, and all the way up. Palms kiss and then float them down. And then last time here to reach our arms all the way up. Palms are going to shine outward. Start to hinge forward at your hips. Paint that wall in front of you. And then draw yourself down. Fold yourself in. Maybe palms kiss the floor or blocks. There could be a bolster or pillows here. Start to bend at your elbows and tuck your chin in towards your chest. We're here for 3 deep cycles of breath. As you inhale deeply, feel the back body expand. And as you exhale fully, see if you can feel yourself fold into you a little bit deeper. Inhaling fully and exhaling far. Last moment here. And as you exhale, start to walk your hands back in towards your body. Lift yourself up. Keep your chin tucked in towards your chest until you find that neutral spine. And then from here, we're going to kick that front ankle out towards this half wide forward fold, seated. So pull that ankle that you kept in towards your body, really pull it in towards that thigh, the opposite thigh, and really start to flex and point the foot that we stretched out here. Inhale, arms are going to go all the way up. And then again, we're hinging at the hips. We're diving forward very slowly and with control. Palms kiss the floor. Start to bend your elbows, chin into chest. Feel the stretch happening on the inner thigh. So if you kick that left leg out with me, we're feeling that stretch in the inner left thigh. Maybe a little bit for the left calf. And then we're opening up this right hip. So breathe deeply with me here. One more cycle of breath, and then we're going to switch sides. Start to walk your hands in towards your body and lift yourself back up. And then here we go. Opposite heel out. Pull that heel in, close towards your body, close towards that opposite inner thigh. And then pull your navel into spine to support lifting your arms up fingertips are spread wide. And then here we go, paint that wall in front, hinge at your hips, and melt forward and down. I'll stay a little bit more quiet on this one since we know what we're doing now. Continue to allow a very full breath in through your nose and a generous breath back out. In and out. Slowly walk your hands in towards your body. So good. We're going to revisit this seated wide forward fold towards the end of our class today, but join me in a tabletop position. Roll yourself forward, wrist underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hip points, and we're going to dive into a cat-cow flow. Your gaze is neutral on the mat, inhaling in your neutral position, and then exhale, push the earth away, tailbone down, navel to spine, chin to chest. Inhaling, drop your belly for cow. Exhale, push the earth away. Claw through your fingertips. Inhale, drop your belly, pull your booty high, open your body. And then exhale, push the earth away, close your body. One more time. Inhaling deeply. Maybe you smile. It's a new day. It's a new practice. Push the earth away. And come back to that tabletop position, big toes to touch. Knees are going to go super wide. Connect the hips to the heels as best you can, and then start to slide your fingertips forward. Maybe your forehead kisses the mat or blanket or block. And we rest here for 3 deep cycles of breath. Allow the full weight of your body to fall into the mat here. As you breathe in, allow your low belly to expand. And as you breathe out, allow this softening and this realignment to come into play. Knowing that we have everything we need in this very moment. Knowing that we're taking this moment to reset ourselves, reset our mind, body, connection, maybe our intentions for the new school year, maybe how we want to show up for ourselves, for others, for our future selves. That future self is always watching. Lift your wrist up while we're here. We're going to leave the fingertips on the mat just to get in a quick wrist stretch. So imagine a tripod and the wrists are lifting, or imagine sort of like a mummy walk. I'm feeling this stretch a little bit in my mid back as the wrists are lifted. You might feel that too. And lower your palms back down on that exhale. Lift yourself up on the inhale. Tabletop position, knees back underneath your hips. Curl your toes under, and then send the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Melt your heart towards your thighs. You don't have to fully lock out here in your downward facing dog. And you can also pedal the feet very generously here. One heel down and then the other. Warming up the feet, warming up the backs of the legs. This is truly a great full body stretch. So allow yourself to take advantage of this as much as you can. And we come to a piece of stillness here, turning our big toes in just a little bit, heels out just a little bit. As you exhale, allow yourself to melt and really create that upside down V shape. From here, we'll come back to a tabletop position. I'm going to lift up on my tippy toes and then bend the knees and come back. Swoop that left foot around. We're going to come into a runner's lunge. So that left hand is going to frame that left foot. And then inhale, start to press your hips and the top half of your body really forward and up. Chest is up. Back toes are uncurled or curled, whichever one feels best for you. And then pull your navel into spine. Really imagine that you're trying to pull your inner thighs to meet each other. So you're sort of squeezing and engaging your inner thighs there. And then hands go all the way up. Squeezing the shoulder blades together just a little bit, fingertips super wide, palms are facing each other, but they're not touching. Feel the stretch in the right hip flexor, and we're here for one more breath. In through the nose, and then back out. Rain it down, palms kiss the mat. Curl the back toes under and send the hips back to a half split. Ardha Hanuman. Chin into chest. Keeping a generous bend in this knee if you need it. But really, over time, we're really trying to find this connection of the nose towards the knee. And we're here for one more cycle of breath. Hang in there with me. On your next inhale, start to roll yourself back up. So press this left foot down and then swoop it back around to tabletop position. And then we'll come to the other side. So right foot forward. Frame your right foot with your right hand. Back toes are curled under or not. Do what feels best there. And then start to rock your hips forward and down while your chest is peeling up. Swoop your ponytail. Engage your core. Engage your inner thighs. And then we swoop this ball of energy up and overhead. Trying to look up. Trying to roll our shoulders away from our ears. Really feel grounded and supported through the top of the back foot and underneath that sole of the right foot. Inhale deeply, reach taller as you do. And then exhale, rain it down. Curl the back toes under, and we go back to half splits. So you might, like me, have to slide that front heel out a little bit to start to feel a stretch in the back of the leg. Chin to chest, or you're trying to bring your nose to your knee. Either way, do what feels best for your mid back. Sometimes a rounding of the back is really nice to accentuate that stretch, and then sometimes it's not, and you just want to keep it more flat. Use your next cycle of breath to roll it back up, and then swoop that right foot around and back. And then here we go. We're in tabletop position. You can uncurl the left foot. Right toes are curled under, and then extend that right leg back out behind you. It's hovering. Right toes are flexed down towards the mat, and then left arm starts to extend. Engaging your core, pressing the earth away through the right fingertips. This is our inhale. Exhale, squeeze it in, elbow to knee. Inhale, reach it out. Exhale, squeeze it in. Last time, inhale, reach it out. Exhale, squeeze it in. Inhale, reach it out. But then exhale, see if you can consciously place the left hand down, bend the right knee, and bring that back to tabletop. We're going to take it to the other side. Curl the left toes under and extend it back behind you. Now you might want to draw down through the connection of your left toes to the mat if that feels best right now, starting out. So just notice where you're at and honor that. Right arm extends forward. And then here we go. This is the inhale. Exhale, squeeze it in, elbow to knee. Inhale, reach it out. Exhale, squeeze it in. Gaze is down as you inhale, reach it out. Exhale, reach it in or squeeze it in. Inhale, reach it out. And then exhale, release the right hand, bend the left knee, bring it back to tabletop. From our neutral tabletop position, we're going to sway our hips, both hips, to the left side while we try to look back towards our right heel. Holding it here, feel the stretch on the left side body, left side of the neck, left hips, and then inhale back to center. Exhale, switch sides. Sway your hips to the right and try to look to the left heel. Holding it here. Come back to center, and as you do, feel this realignment, feel this centering here. And then sway your legs around to one side. We're going to come to sit down. Scoot yourself to the center of your mat and then roll yourself all the way back. Bundle pose, swaying a little left to right. Send the sole of the right foot down towards the mat. Cross the left ankle on top of the right knee, right thigh area. Press that left knee away. And you're keeping a generous flex of the left foot to protect this knee. Heel toe your right foot over towards the right side of the mat, and then allow both knees to fall towards the left. You might send your gaze towards the right. You might find cactus arms, 90-degree angle in the elbow, or a full T, or maybe hands on the belly. 3 full rounds of breath here, and then we'll switch. Allow the weight of your head and shoulders to relax. Feel grounded through your feet. Bring your gaze back to center if you had your head turned, and then draw your knees back up. Slide that right foot back behind your right glute, uncross that left ankle, and then we switch sides. So you might really squeeze that right knee in first and then cross it over, flexing that right foot and then gently pressing the right knee away from your body. Feel the opening up on the right side. And then heel toe that left foot over towards the left side of the mat. And then here we go. Drop the knees over towards the right. Resting the hands on the belly or wherever is just most comfortable. 3 cycles of breath. 3 moments to feel centered, realigned, maybe renewed. Use your next cycle of breath to bring it all back in. Lift your knees up. Slide that left foot back over, uncross that right ankle, and then pull both knees in towards your chest. And we'll go into a quick happy baby before we roll it off of the mat today. Knees are wide, kind of like child's pose. Elbows are in, and then you're reaching across towards the outside edge of the feet, and then flex the feet. And slowly shine the soles of the feet up towards the ceiling. Now, if this is not quite an option for you yet, you can grab at the ankles, or if you can hang on to the backs of the knees or hammies. Opening up the hips, stretching the glutes, and this is also a nice reset for the low back too. We're hanging out here for 3 beautiful cycles of breath. Maybe you close your eyes. Inhale, expanding. Feel this sense of expanding within your body. Exhale, feel this sense of settling back in to your body. Maybe it's been a long summer. I know it's been a hot summer where I'm at. So use the exhale to cool yourself back down. And then we'll slowly release from here. Bring the feet together, release them. Oh, maybe your knees are still bent. And if they are, pull them in towards your chest as best you can. Maybe you lift up through the shoulders and the head, and then really wrap your forearms around your shins as best you can. And then relax it back down. Sway a little left to right. Smile a little. It could just be by a centimeter. Just a little smile that maybe you feel, maybe you notice. And then we'll slowly make our way back up. I'm going to cross one ankle in front of the other and rock myself back to sitting in our cross leg position. So from here, we're going to kick both heels all the way out, because remember, I told you at the beginning of our class that we're going to revisit that wide, seated wide forward fold. So here we go. We're shifting our heels out as far as we can. Inhale to reach tall. Exhale to dive it forward, hinging at the hips. Maybe you use blocks underneath you to bring the earth up, or really fluffy pillows, bolster. Otherwise, rest your forearms down. Maybe turn your palms up towards the ceiling. Gaze is down towards the floor, the mat, or your gaze might go inward and you find a soft closure of the eyes. Again, as you inhale, allow the inner thighs to feel this expansive moment, like a balloon. And as you exhale, allow them to relax, release the tension from your quads and your glutes. We'll take one more cycle of breath here, whatever variation, whatever this looks like for you today. If those palms were flipped like mine, you can turn them back down towards the ground and crack your eyelashes open, press yourself away from the earth, and start to very slowly and carefully walk yourself back in. Neutral spine, proud chest. You can stay here or you can cross one ankle in front of the other. I'm going to draw my hands at heart center. I feel so honored and so at peace to have spent this precious time and space with you. Thank you so much for inviting me into your home. I hope and pray that you are able to take some of this more slow and intentional movement literally off of the mat into the rest of your day. And I cannot wait to see you in the next video. Thank you so much for tuning in with me today. If you gained any more peace and solace and positive energy from this practice today, please consider liking, subscribing, and maybe leaving a comment down below to let me know exactly which movement helped you the most today. I cannot wait to hear from you. I cannot wait to breathe and practice with you again. And I will see you next week for an energy morning boost flow.